What's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
And it's your boy Jay.
and we are Unquoted, guys, your number one source for pop culture news. Let's get it. So today's topic is: should they replace the Black Panther? Before we get into that, I want to get a quick RIP to Chadwick Boseman. But what do you guys think about that?
Man, they shouldn't try to have someone new because like Chadwick was such an iconic character. Like he performed that role so well. It would seem as like disrespect, honestly, to like have someone else take up that mantle. They can retire that character in a graceful way instead of having someone else play him.
Hey, I want them to replace him, but it's gonna be hard to find who to replace him with, and I don't know who the hell they should replace him with. But I want him to get replaced with another like great Black actor. So it's just like finding who to replace him with is the issue and the problem, and I have no idea who to say for that. I would have said Michael B. Jordan, but of course he died in Black Panther, so you can't even use Michael B. Jordan. So it's like finding that replacement character is going to be extremely hard. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He was a great actor, and he's almost irreplaceable. But I hope they at least try to replace him, even though he is kind of irreplaceable because he was a great actor, and he fit that role so perfectly. And he was a great actor in plenty of other movies too. So rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, and I hope they can replace him with someone at least halfway decent as he was, or someone is just as good, but that's gonna be hard.
All right, so I'm gonna say, D, I love you to death, but you're out of your fucking mind.
What?
Because, and I'm gonna say it this way: that's like saying only Christian Bale can play Batman. Christian Bale is the best Batman we've had. That doesn't mean that they should retire Batman. And I'm saying that because look, Black Panther is the number one Black superhero that we've fucking ever had. Let's be honest. The other Black superheroes are a fucking stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther is the number one thing that we have as just Black culture. So it's like you just say that like this to just die with him or something. Like no, he has to be replaced. But the thing about it is that like, okay, obviously you gotta replace him with someone who meets the moniker, someone who can really take on the role. But it's like Black Panther's too important to Black culture to just like give away. And I know some people are talking about like, okay, why don't you let his sister take on the mantle? And it's like, no.
That would work.
No, because we need a strong Black male to play that hero. Because in the African American community, we don't have that. Who do we have? We have what? Black Lightning. Luke Cage is okay. He wears a t-shirt and walks around and punches people. Blade's cool, but that's not really a superhero.
Yeah,
that's
Black Panther was like the first.
Yeah, Black Panther was like the first real hero. I think like his sister can have superpowers if she wants. That's fine. She can be like her own movie or whatever. No, but Black Panther, as the Black community, especially at a time like this, we need a strong example. We need this. You like if Iron Man were to like think about this like. They replaced Terrence Howard like it was nothing. Like
I mean, he wasn't that integral as a character.
Yeah, he was
as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but the same thing.
They replaced him with someone good though.
Yeah, that's like them never making a Joker movie because Heath Ledger died. Heath Ledger was the best Joker. There's no debates about that. But that's like them retiring the Joker.
I mean, but see, those cases aren't the same because it's already been like known that people do different portrayals of these characters. So it's really not the like same kind of situation here.
Bro, it's a fictional character. Black Panther. This is the first that actually, to play to your point, that's actually more of a reason to do it because you have to think about it. This is the first time the character's ever been shown, and like this is going to be like the last because
because like. I'm just talking about this franchise. Like, if they choose to like do another like type of Black Panther thing like later on in life, then sure they can like cast somebody else. But it's like inside this Black Panther franchise, you know, it's kind of wishy-washy. Like, if you should have someone else.
They definitely have to replace.
You gotta replace him.
Yeah, there's no way. That's like. if Robert Downey Jr. were to die after Iron Man 1 and then be like, all right, guys, no more Iron Man. Pepper Potts took it. Hey, have a good day. Like, no.
The Avengers wouldn't even be the same without Iron Man.
Exactly. And Black Panther is needed.
And they wouldn't be the same without Black Panther either now.
I don't know, man.
No one wanted him to die. Like,
yeah.
I think he's an incredible actor. He's an incredible guy from what it seems like. He did so much, especially for the movement and stuff like that. Like, I really have a high respect for him. But at the end of the day, he even said playing the Black Panther is probably one of the most important roles he's ever played in his life. So it's like, for you to just throw away this character just because he died is actually more disrespectful, because then you're just like, this great example that he worked so hard to play is just gone.
Yeah, you got to replace greatness with someone that's at least good or decent. Like, if not great, it's just like you can't just completely ignore out a great character that just passed, but you got to replace him with somebody great.
So who do you guys think should replace him?
I have no idea.
See, I don't even know. See, I'm still not completely on the whole replace him thing, but I mean,
right.
Honestly, like, it doesn't even have to be someone like another famous person. Like, honestly, like, they can just find any like good black actor to take over the mantle.
So I'm gonna come off the woodworks. It sucks that Idris Elba already played someone in the Marvel universe, because I would have just recommended him. But
I feel like it got to be a younger actor though. Well, it has to be a younger, very good.
Chadwick Boseman wasn't that young. He was a 43.
Yeah, he was.
So but like I said, not to disrespect him, he obviously died too young, obviously. But if they are gonna cast somebody, what they should do is they should cast someone who's actually like African to be Black Panther. And they should cast someone who's African to be Black Panther. But what I don't want them to do, and I think they might do, and I hope they do not fucking do this. Don't make the guy from Star Wars, the British guy from Star
John
Wars.
John Boyega?
I don't want him as Black Panther.
I don't want him as Black Panther either.
Hell no.
I would be so pissed if he's Black Panther.
No, my thing is, go over there. You want to pay respect? Get someone who's African, get them to play Black Panther or whatever, get them to do that. Obviously delay the movie a little bit longer, which is fine. I'd rather them cast it right and do it right. But they can actually make this work. They can make this work to the point where during Endgame, T'Challa disappeared. So Endgame changed something in the universe, so then he came back a little bit different. Something like that. So they can actually make it kind of work.
I mean, they can try to, but that way might not work, because they actually showed him like looking fine and all that with his mom and sister at the end. So
I don't know, bro. They didn't do edited, whatever. They can figure something out, man. But I think he definitely's got to be replaced. Like, no disrespect, and I mean, because it's sad. I mean, there's no other way for me to possibly go around it besides saying that, like, it's sad and like it's. I mean, honestly, like, when I found out about the news, like, it literally blew my whole night. It blew a whole night, and I woke up and I was blown too. It blew my whole night.
Yeah. I called my mom and like told her about it as soon as I found out, and then she was like, "Oh shit!" Like, it was just so sad.
Yeah, it's a very tragic event. It just adds on to the list of tragic things that happened in 2020. But it just shows how resilient he was, because he was making all these different movies while he was dealing with cancer. So that just even adds to like his greatness even more. So it's going to be extremely difficult to replace him. And I don't know who the hell they could get to replace that. Someone who was able to battle through all that and still make all those great movies that he made.
Yeah, just overall, obviously, just a stand-up guy. And like I said, it's terrible. I mean, this year, but I try to think of things through a positive aspect that, eventually, guys, like, everybody, no one lives forever, which is obviously a thing. Mm-hmm. And that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when something leaves, there's always something positive to come out of it. So, like, okay, we may not have him, but, he literally played everybody important that he could ever play.
He did.
So it's literally like he had probably one of the best careers. Like, you cannot look at his career and say that it was mediocre. He had a very good career. He was never very bad. Good. Like, I can't look at a Chadwick Boseman movie and be like, yo, it was actually a bad movie. Like, no. And even Will Smith's a great actor, and even he's had some bad movies. Chadwick Boseman has had no bad movies.
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect record.
Exactly. Chadwick Boseman, he's only played in really great movies. He's played as Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Black Panther. I'm missing a few, but he's played some incredible roles.
He still has a movie that's coming out in December.
Oh my
so you guys know.
Which movie?
And he just had a movie that got released this summer too. So
okay,
it's called The Five Trey Bloods. It's on Netflix. So,
that movie. Yeah. I still haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it was okay.
You know, we might do a review of that when we all watch it. But yeah, he's had an incredible, like, you know, I believe everything happened for a reason. It's like just looking at the career he had, man, he's definitely been blessed. So it's like I said, it's terrible. I wish it would have never happened, you know, obviously. But at this point, it's like, damn, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't really do anything. It's the same thing with Kobe and his daughter. It's so depressing. It's just kind of like, you know, I don't want to harp on it. But any closing statements, guys?
You know, I'm just I'm still a bit on the defense, but I do see where you guys are coming from.
Yeah, so Black Panther is too important to just throw it. That would be so disrespectful if they just threw away the whole character, or they made his sister that. I would be pissed. Like that.
I would be pissed.
The community needs Black Panther. Like that's that's a cultural icon movie now. So.
Yeah. I'm sure Marvel will figure it out and will pick the best person because they're the best when it comes to making superhero movies. They're definitely at the top of the list. So I'm sure they'll handle that whole situation pretty well. But other than that, yeah, rest in peace to a legend, Chadwick Boseman. Very great actor, and he's almost irreplaceable. But I hope they do the best they can to find the best replaceable person for him.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna say is like, Marvel, I love you to death. I've been a comic book fan / comic book movie fan, all that fan since the beginning of time. Please, oh God, do not replace him with someone that does not fit the role. Because when they replaced Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle, that was one of the worst replacements of all time.
Like, that wasn't too bad.
That wasn't too bad. Terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. Not only does he not look anything like Terrence Howard, which is number one. Number two, the whole character and the character's demeanor, Don Cheadle did not match. Don Cheadle is an incredible. See, if Don Cheadle were to be Black Panther, I wouldn't really be mad about it. I could actually see that. Don Cheadle as War Machine is a terrible casting. Terrible casting. Go Google the comic version of War Machine. Go Google like what he looks like. If you even watch the cartoon as a kid, what War Machine looks like is a swole, stern, big black man who's swole. Don Cheadle does not fit that definition. If Don Cheadle walks in a room and talks to you, and then Lucius Lyon walks in a room and talks to you, who are you gonna respect?
Yeah. I mean, Don Cheadle, he's a respectable actor. I feel like you're going over.
Who are you gonna respect? Let's be honest. Lucius Lyon or Don Cheadle?
Of course, you're gonna have more respect for Terrence Howard, but like, Don Cheadle's still a good
there
actor.
You go.
I mean, you should respect everybody at the end of the day, but yeah.
There you go. Authority. Because the whole point of War Machine's character is to be the opposite of Tony Stark's character, is to kind of place him in line. If you have someone who is like, the thing about Don Cheadle is that Don Cheadle wasn't like, he wasn't really like masculine enough. Don Cheadle Tony would say something, Don Cheadle would be like, don't do that, Tony. That's silly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like Terrence Howard would be like, man, you are dumb as hell. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Really
like,
puts him in his place or humbles him down.
Exactly. But like I said, my closing thought is like, man, like R.I.P. man. He was a great guy. He lived a blessed life. There's really no words to describe people like him or like Kobe or anybody else passes. Besides that, it's just terrible. But I just hope Marvel does a smart thing. They replace him, but they replace him with somebody who can honor the role. Most preferably someone who is African is what I would want. Because, you know, it's like, okay. You know, I just feel like that would be a better trend. I feel like it's better to go in a different direction than to try to just cast Chadwick Boseman number 2. So, you know, that's my thing. So this has been your boy T.
It's been your boy D.
This has been your boy J.
And we are out.